We are the biggest, we are the largest, we are the highest, we are the greatest, tallest, we are the toughest, we are the mightiest. African spiritual platform. I welcome each and Kelvin Kusi Abebio and all those intro. I welcome us. It's another episode when I'm in black. It means it is live. Today is going to be great. Today is going to be hot. Today is going to be joyous because nipa na our platform no so no just say they be yen baby aye wo ho enti no obi anim de ekọ enti no in Kelvin Kusia baby also she's the spear of destiny. Call her Queen Hadasha. She's Empress Makida. Call her the Sun Goddess. World star number 8, mother of all spirituality. I believe you, my queen, Kelvin. That's your intro, the intro section. The no I welcome each and individual of us. T. Tommy is on the platform. Mrs. Tutu is available. John Diego Techi is here. Alberto Media GH, he is available. Wusu Daniel, or Wahanomo in Chiana, Jameson Chroma, Bema Beams, or page in so Richmond, Kofi, Moonlight, Spencer. Oh, greetings, lovely Empress, HSA, and somebody dear Moamunim, or dot any ahokekano, ayana no ding, our platform no so, no my platform no so yet. The biggest yenshe Facebook so e hwan mo no mo di kan e wo honom okra kwaku e bi se ono so greetings my beautiful family kwesiata or say good evening to everyone my grace good evening my dear okra kwaku e bi se or say please check the sound Regina Efua Yeboa Asante or say the biggest platform in the whole wide world papa we dey watch and come sa pepe penetie me man krankra bia akwaba ahobrase kwan so love and hate that is our slogan. You guys are the pearls and answer no we are consciousness people. We preach African liberation, we preach African consciousness. Let's welcome our guests for today. Send them a day our platform is we are the biggest and we are the largest and we are the greatest. Now your first time there and you welcome with the consciousness family ni mu ultimate na asua there now gain you consciousness and you become a pearl and your choice and your mandatory and na enye osheso and so me man krankra bia akwaba e biom Emmanuel Palmer F Afesi our platform no so see we are the biggest and the largest in the whole wide world. African spirituality with Queen Hadasha is the best. Maame Grace say odono abuso nti odono buru so sa adeboni bia mpo entimi emma wo so enti mami introduce a guest no announcement kakra wo ho no na me fa ma mo na fe ye nto aso ye wura show ni mu ne ye hwe de nan so ebesi. Let's welcome Bishop Jehoshaphat. Vijidi se mu ina mo afe no papa ye mo akwa bapa. Yeah, we've missed you.
That's it.
Really? Okay, so greet them. You remember, greet them and tell them why you've been missed on this platform.
All
and
right.
if there are any loved ones you want to greet as well, you can add it. Then we come into your topic.
All right. God bless you. Asidanka Obia, greetings to every one of you. It's such a blessing to be in your midst today once again. I think it's been a couple of years. I trust you are doing very fine. This is the day that the Lord has made that we should rejoice and be glad in it. It is His will for you to do well in life. And I'm here once again, and I thank you for having me on this wonderful platform. Asidanka Nyankopon ni odophobia. God bless you.
Asidanka Nyankopon ni odophobia. And any mwakwa abakasiye pa.
Thank you.
Okay, so your topic I ever discuss and then the prosperity gospel. Just say nyame yi nkoswo aye de aye nyame sem aye coming minim say correct ono a ebe chira ase. But before we proceed, no, I have good news for each and every one of us. Jerome TV is now streaming 24 hours. And the reason we are the biggest, we are the first ever YouTube channel Yes, streaming 24 hours in Ghana. You can cross check. We are the first. Yen de makacho yen ye creating na nkrofo copy. And no na ye the biggest, the largest. And you know, all you need is to get a notebook. Ube pick information, you know. Se won to mean that e obi na wa hete o e nkonkonsa bi no bi aka afa wo ho obi edi watem unnecessarily. People are omo chre hate e wo so anything na e ma sleepless night no a lower vibration na nipa na all cause sa pain no. I mean the alma will go through pain na. I mean all kan wo ho nsemboni di watem no, that person is go beyond animal behavior until or vibrating with the lowest frequency until you don't give such people attention. But what you can do is say for attention channel the energy no to your good. What you are saying, look for notebook and don't think about any negativity anybody is throwing at you, because the person is a lesser, or even animal is better than that person. So you can't, I mean, throw your time and your energy into that. Now you just grab a notebook, be on Jerome TV channel, no, so 24 hours non-stop. You can pick what you can pick and start grooming yourself. We are always and will always be the biggest and the largest. And Chebia, very soon we'll give you a TV station so you will be at peace. So let's do this together and let's give the glory to the universe. I welcome each and every one of us again. And then we are talking about the prosperity gospel. But medical Bishop Jehoshaphat said, in the previous episode, no, or who comment no any bibi or if there's anything or person through light and to so ana bibi or te ana ohun ye ana onyanko be correct ya wenya one bar a fe na waba maybe sa no will bibi sa na wa correct and sana ya about what is prosperity na about what is gospel and sana ya the topic ni na be boom, then you will keep your questions coming. So when you say you would day when I will be questions, no, I welcome you once again, Papa. So your previous episodes, no, is there anything you saw that you wanted, any comment or anything you wanted to address or you would like to address today before we continue the program?
No, there's nothing. I said that I regretted, because I don't regret. I meant what I said. The essence is that I don't talk to debate. I talk to elevate. That's why I don't debate, to elevate people. And I know, sir, people have different perception and different ideologies and school of thought. So definitely not everybody will agree with me on something. If you are talking from maybe a university educational level, somebody is listening to you with a diploma or primary 6 level, definitely they may think you are wrong. Many end up thinking, said Bishop Jehoshaphat is not a Christian. I heard a lot of pastors that even said that I backslided or whatever. I believe they don't understand. The only thing is that I believe in God. I believe in two paths. You see, we have the left path and the right path. I believe in God. The difference is that some believe that God that they know as God is a white man somewhere hanging in the cloud somewhere. I believe that God that I know, that they know, that is just a title that represents the divine intelligence and force that is all of us in us. So the God they believe, I believe in the same God, but that my ideology is that it's not sitting somewhere in heaven. I have to die to go and meet him first. These are the conscious, these are the level of ideology. So I don't have regret anything I've said. If somebody don't understand something, somebody says something, come reach out and let a person tell you. Definitely, I won't be able to explain everything on this platform. So that's why you reach out. Then they can contact the studio also and get deeper explanations. That is it. Then you go to everything we share on the platform is to ignite thought and provoke you into deeper learning, secondary learning. Somebody said this. Let me go and find out. Let me go and say this. You don't stand there and just conclude that is it. No. So you are just in the missing link, not me.
That's it. Hey, we're through a bomb at the bottom of it. Our TV station it will soon come. It will happen live. And again, let me say this. Like I said the other day, I have no any WhatsApp group. And I will not even reach out to anybody for money. It's not that I have it, I mean, but I have my way of life. Okay? Enti me ni any WhatsApp group. Masaya kebi paucho. Me ni any WhatsApp group. That's what I want all of us to understand. Now, maminye we susu straight. Platform no, enye a group of people and omo contribute sika. And na omo debe share edebe ye platform no na me da no. And na omo no omo control platform way. So when you hear anything in any WhatsApp group about this platform, it's nothing but mere bitterness because ye buy any the entire any mpaboa nti obi ambeton tade ne mpaboa nto camera maye and our be control yen nti say what anything na is nothing but bitterness. Everything that happens on this platform no is at the peak. Nti anybody below the belt would have issues. Salvation is individual. That's what the Bible says. So work on yourself and stop following. I had the and I make a platform no ordinary undependent on any group, undependent on anybody's contribution. The platform is driven by energies, the positive ones, or the rulers of this universe. The other day I gave you names. So we don't have any WhatsApp group. We platform we so we individual would just like the platform you are following. I welcome you once again. When I am in black, it means it is life. So we have Bishop Jehoshaphat here. Wakana some say at the end of our levels. You know, into to me actually force you be and a platform then you okay, mawa we understand. And cram for wakasebi. Obi a o waware ni kunu na de bia o ye complain wo ni kunu no ho na aka cho ehi shi otahe o ehi shi o ehi
shi otahe
ehi shi otahe aware ni nyen so to platform de bia wo issues de bia create ye block you now create it means you have some, you know there's something good. Take away the negative energy and the lower vibration and vibrate on a higher frequency. It will change your life and it will change the life of others. Here, everything about us is love. That's why we say love, and hate. I welcome you, my people. So, Bishop, since you don't have anything to address yet, but let me ask you, when they say God, how do we define God? What is God?
You see, God is a title, a word that is ascribed to the all. And when you say the all, every religious institution or grouping have what they are referring to as the God, because you have to look at where the word came from. And so God is not a name, because God, the Bible itself says that God is spirit, and spirit is genderless. It's just in man. Now, this is the problem. God is spirit. But man, introducing God to his fellow man, introduced God in the form of a man. That's the problem. God is spirit, immaterial. But man, introducing God, the knowledge of God to his fellow man, presented God in the form of a man. Now, this is what is called anthropomorphism. And anthropomorphism is the art of attributing. Yeah.
Continue.
Yes, is the act of attributing human characters and human attributes to inanimate things. What I say? So God is spirit. No one I see God. And also, though the Bible is literally written, but it is meant to be explained spiritually. It has spiritual meaning, because he said the words that I speak to you, they are life and spirit. So it's not literal. So if it is literal, then we are going to have a big problem. So God does not have a hand, right hand literally. But man explaining to make the knowledge of God more meaningful to a fellow man will tell you God has a right hand. Now, the right hand is anthropomorphic. We also have the allegory, the metaphoric, which represents something, but it's not literal. Because if you tell me that the right hand of God, okay, God is spirit, where's the left side of spirit? From what positioning are you determining the left side and the back side? If you tell me that, okay, God said, Moses, I will show you my back. You can't see my face, so I'll show you my back. Then who was on the throne? At that moment, God left the throne and came down to show Moses his back. That means that who took over the throne? If God is literally sitting on a physical throne, then even as it means, then the throne itself will be more powerful to contain the weight of God. So then God is not physical. God is not strong. The throne must be stronger than God because the throne must contain the weight of God. So God is immaterial, but to explain and make the knowledge of God more meaningful, we attribute human tendencies and human attributes to God. And that is where we have the problem. That is also, the word God is just a title. It's not something physical. It's not something physical. But for us to have the proper understanding, that's how we present it. So somebody tell you, okay, the God is like the leg. Then they name the leg of God International Church. So everything they are talking is about the leg. Somebody say, so there is a truth. There is no absolute. There is the truth in everything, and there is also the force in everything. So they are just equal forces. Both of them are helping us to merge and come to a place to understand the divine, which is the divine intelligence that we will ascribe as God.
I am asking you this because, Anna, this is a fake God. This is not God. And this is this. And I was like, so who, do you feel human create God?
Human, yes. You see, if somebody asks me, and people have asked me, does God exist? I tell them God does not exist because God is existence. Because the moment you use the word he exists, it means that there was a time he was not in existence. So God is existence. It is in him we live, in him we move, and in him we have our being. So we are now giving him a name to make him stand out. Let me ask you a question, my sister. If I ask you who gave birth to you, say God. Okay, so God allowed you to be born in a country where there is diversity of religions, and he allowed to be born into a family that your father is happened to be a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
So you were raised in the pastoral way, in the Christian way, and he told you that one of his pillars, tenets of the faith, is that you must obey your parents. If you don't obey your parents, then you are not obeying God. Now, there is a young girl called Adiza who is born in Saudi Arabia,
Mm-hmm.
and that girl also, God, who created that girl, God, and the parents are Muslims, and the parents don't go to church, and God knows that at that country,
Mm-hmm.
the gospel is not preached there. If that girl is not able to travel outside somewhere to hear the gospel and she die, would you say God hate her?
Mm-hmm.
So we have now created that God is like this God. So we are killing ourselves to prove God. Nobody is fighting to prove the devil. We are, the difference why we are fighting is this one say God is like this, God is like this. So we are fighting to defend God, but nobody is fighting about who the devil is.
Nobody is fighting about who the devil is. There was someone came to throw a stone in the studio. And when I was talking about it, some feeble-minded people were like, Anka wo be Anka, obi to me the beto. And I was like, from Genesis to Revelations, why when a snake confront you, the bigger ones, that is the evidence that the universe is with me. The snake confronted Jesus. The snake confronted Eve. And who again? Job. Job is another person, the enemy that Satan confronted. These three people, apart from me and these three people, who is your mate? You are watching the biggest and the largest. We have a whole problem. Sometimes, my point is, Anka, yenjai obi anonye ne ope. What is because me, I believe in time. What time so and you be ne beka will say, I have not seen any parent waka kire ne ba say, sebi oka fra mo fa nche me. Say na ye open your legs, say na ye bu atopa. Obi a kire ne bada. Akola na nyi a eye time na beto no. The skills they give in bed, nobody went to school for it.
Who taught Adam?
Who taught Adam in the first place? The thing came natural. So that's why I believe that there is time for everybody. So I don't actually judge anybody. Even if you bring negative energy, I send peace to you. I say, me say, oh, onyankopon ma peace. Why? Because I understand your frustration and your what have you. But the journey say, addition, other way do enim, and I will chie. Enti obi can let us grow together.
Yes.
But you feel you have bomb, you feel you have this, you will throw this. Do you think there's anything we can do to make sure or to try and let people understand that let everybody grow the way he or she wants to grow? We will all get there. Is it possible? Is there anything we can do?
Yes, it's possible. Everything is the mind. Everything is the mind. And also people have their personalities based on where they are coming from. how they were raised, and people that have influenced their life, which we refer to as significant others. So if you're in the midst of low-minded people who don't desire to grow in knowledge and in thought, expand their consciousness, definitely anything that is outside the parameters of your current knowledge, you fight it. And it's called, there is a term for it, cognitive dissonance, whereby you fight anything that does not conform to your core fundamental belief.
And to me, ma won't comfortable there.
Yes.
A problem for you.
So you fight
but
the
how
message.
do you grow?
Yes, that is it. So you fight the message and you try to kill the person or destroy the person who is trying to give. That's why we killed our prophet. Before, it is after they are dead, then we realize that they were good people.
Oh.
That is it. So we are not ready to listen because people don't want truth. They will say, tell me the truth. The church will tell you, tell me the truth. But if you bring the truth out, they will hate you for telling them the truth. So at least why? Truth brings responsibility. Truth will ask you to change something. And people are okay in their illusion. People are okay in their illusion that, okay, so they are expecting. This is a challenge. Religious people believe in the scapegoat. But when you mature, you become responsible. Children are those that ask. I tell my church members, never pray and ask God to give me. God has nothing to give you. He has given you everything. What you need is discovery. God, help me to discover that which you have made available. By that, you have become responsible. Children always ask.
They want grace.
Yes, give me.
Grace.
But when you mature, you find out, what can I do to help my life? Are you getting me? So people want to move from one church to another because they think, okay, there's a big prophet that's come. I'm going to receive. It is baby mindset that makes you to look around to receive, but not being responsible. When you become responsible, you grow up, you mature. Paul said that when I was a child, I spoke like a child because I imagined things as a child and I understood things as a child. But when I grew up, I put childish things away so that I will grow in the things that I have to face. And growth, mature people accept their responsibility. Babies will say something happened, somebody did me. But mature people ask, where did I go wrong? What was I supposed to do that I did not do it? So every time you are pointing a finger against somebody, Jesus on the cross did this, Satan did this. Which one are you doing? You meet a child on the road. I think you've seen them several times when we're all growing up. A child will be crying. You ask, what happened to you? They say that, Brother John gave me a knock on the head. He said, what did you do? I did nothing. That is the mind of a baby. I did nothing. Later, if you investigate, you realize that he either insulted the elder and was beaten for that. So when you meet Christians, say, I've not done anything. It's the devil doing this against me. It's the devil, my household witchcraft. My house doing this against me. You, Inko, as a person, what role are you playing in your own destiny journey? So you are doing nothing. Then you are still a baby. Even baby is more mature than you.
Exactly. You are watching the biggest and the largest. We have a new somebody on the platform. No, hey, where saw your dada? Anamebwa Novelli, fresh tomboy. Hello everyone. I just joined. Am I late? You are not late, my dear. We've not started even the topic yet. You started official EL King. I say I have to create fake account for my pastor to watch. Please do so if possible. In fact, Tono Eclipse spectacles now with me no washemu Quartey digital. See, we are the biggest. I love you, Mommy Grace. We shall get there someday. Please, I'm available for the transcription role. Oh, okay. Then you can call Dr. Kelly on that 0244. Hey, me refi number no. Call the office and get Dr. Kelly's number. No problem. Kelvin Kusi Abebium, love, and hate. That should be when you wake up every morning, scream love. God is love. I'm telling you, the universe is love. The creator is love. You don't need anybody to define or to describe anything for you. Love conquers all sins. Love is, would you be time or cry? Just give back love and send peace to that person's heart. I do this a lot for people, especially those who get through to me unnecessarily on my phone. Even though they have mental issues, I still try to send them love and send them peace, because two wrongs never makes any right. So today, our topic is Bishop Jehoshaphat and the prosperity of the gospel. Is it Kaiford or Kayford Kojo? Hey, congratulations on your effort to promote African spirituality, your dedication and commitment to preserving and sharing this important aspect of culture and heritage is truly commendable. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I'm trying my best, though sometimes it's annoying. Ebusia, mo share the quest of Akabulan this evening. No, mo ejuma omo ya omo di dua mu nsuo. Ena de ye chemical hwi ni mu o. Omo no akeke na omo de ye ntiamu no enhokoro empa enye hwe enso yetena ha. Next week Sunday, obi amompa ye ma me akosi next week Sunday. There is something I would share with everybody for everybody to obia begina ne nan so. No obia nso so ahye de obeye ne ma. Ne kana aye kana. But sa asem no meka na kana meka no asase ayete so any universe ni nyina will pass through me to talk to each and every one of you. And yes sir, ebeduru baby no meka se menka ye be spray yente se ntontom. So we will talk about it, not this Sunday, because I'm trying to take my balance and so that I'm able to communicate it well. Because the goons, no, what they do is they eat energies, okay, the good ones, and they kill visions and they abort dreams. And we use wisdom when we are talking about something very important. But this one, you will hear it. I think it will be the one of the biggest message ever. I started social media 8 years in Mecca. Mecca Angela Armstrong, watching with my family from Virginia. We are glad to be here. We are the greatest. And that one day, you can't do anything about it. Oh, yes, so Buedi Hana, if yes, Sika de Duako, Minio, Abo Midin Papa. Hey, yo, Bishop, yeah, my platform, no. Ebusia, let's give him time to teach. After you keep the questions coming, let it center around the topic. I welcome all of us again. I love you, and you know this. Okay, Bishop, so the gospel, the prosperity gospel, what is it about?
The prosperity gospel, it's part of God's message to every one of us. I believe, say, there are sessions of people when they hear the word prosperity, they say, I don't want a prosperity gospel. I don't want a prosperity church. They talk about money. They talk about money. Now, I want everyone to understand, say, to prosper is your right. It's your spiritual right to prosper. In every profession, we have the good, the bad, and the ugly. But that doesn't mean that profession is bad. Both medical field, we have heard of even nurses and midwives that traffic and sell children. Well, I've not come, but it has been in the news and everywhere. When you go to mechanic shop, when you go to every field you have there, the same thing applies to church and everywhere. But you as a person, you must realize that it is divine intelligence, it is God's plan for you to prosper. So anybody that is telling you to prosper is helping you walk in divine knowledge, divine intelligence. The only challenge I have seen is how the message of the prosperity is being presented. So it gives people the idea that all about prosperity is money, give me, give me, give me. No, not at all. As a matter of fact, if you don't prosper, you are walking in disobedience. And disobedience is equal to sin. Because God has given you everything in your life for you to prosper. He said, I wish you above all things that you prosper. So what does it mean to prosper? To do well in a particular venture, that you are something that you're having the abundance of your heart desire. You are prospering. When you are doing it very well, you are prospering. Prosperity has nothing to do with money. But money is in prosperity. But prosperity is not about money. Am I making myself clear? The ideology is that the wrong message being preached about the prosperity is making people to be greedy and challenging. But any prosperity that will move you out of God's knowledge and humility and calmness and being your brother's keeper is never from God. Because he said in Deuteronomy chapter 8, the verse 18, they said, thou shalt remember that it is I, the Lord your God, who gives you the power to prosper. What is this power? Idea. Therefore, prosperity is the idea, is the attitude of attitude of the mind and thought and feeling that you should have to do well. So anyone that tells you you don't have to prosper is lying to you. And if you don't prosper, then your mind is not proper. God is saying, aside going to church, aside praying, aside wearing good clothes, aside doing everything, my desire is that aside all these things, that you prosper. So prosper, don't only be rich spiritually, but also in your physical well-being and everything you are doing. Endeavor to make sure that you are doing very well. Like what you are doing. You are prospering. You are touching lives. It's not just about you. It has nothing to do with money. Though money will come, but money is the least. But prosperity is a feeling and a good thought, which is connecting with God's thought for your life. He said, I know the thought that I have think towards you. A thought of good that will bring you to an expected end. So God have good thoughts about you. So to prosper also means that you must now connect to God's thought, which is have good thought about yourself, which begins with self-love. You must love yourself. And if you love yourself, you talk good about yourself. You can't talk negative about yourself. You can't talk negative about your family. You can't talk negative about your own culture, your country, your tradition, your culture and everything, and expect to prosper. Because when you speak negative, whatever you hate, you cannot attract. Whatever you talk negative about, you cannot experience it. So how do we see? So let me show you something. Somebody once asked me that, okay, I see women with the anklet. Is it bad on? And I said, it's godly, it's good. They said, why? I said, okay, but when Europeans, white people come to art center to buy them, we say they are celebrating our artifacts, they are celebrating our things. But we create those things, we don't want it. I said, when you go to the derbas and festivals and they are dressed traditionally, don't they wear all those chains and beads and everything and they are dancing and everything? It's a beautiful culture. But when you come back to the church, you said it is demonic. Our mindset is not correct. And that is a slavery mindset. So how do we therefore, somebody wearing anklet does not mean the person is a prostitute, the person is evil. Africans have the mindset, they may see a beautiful lady, a beautiful woman who is fair, they say she has Maame water spirit. What kind of mindset is this? We need to be educated, but we are not ready to be free.
So what can we do? Just as something is serious.
It is very serious. So people will do everything to kill you, to destroy you, because you are even saying something that they don't understand. Instead of keep quiet and listen, it won't work. So we are where we are. So God wants you to prosper. You must have good idea. Africans have bad idea about themselves. Africans have destructive ideas about themselves. You are doing something, instead of us to help it to grow, they will destroy it, they will destroy you, they will destroy what you are doing. And yet they will say that you are not good, you are not doing well. They are the ones that are making it difficult for you. So how do we prosper? This same mindset we have, we take it into our businesses, we take it into the government education sectors, and even our offices where we work. So at the end of the day, we have the resources, we have the waters, we have everything to prosper, but we are not, because we are sabotaging each other, because I don't want you to go better than me. True prosperity is an inclusion of all. If one of us is in trouble, all of us is in trouble.
That's it.
And that is the message of Christ, which one of the prophets that ever existed in the name of Osajivo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said that the liberation of Africa of Ghana is connected to the liberation of all other countries. If they cannot derive their independence from what we are doing, then we are not truly independent.
Then we are not truly independent. We break forth from oppressors. We don't break forth from great neighbors. And the next day, any encobe bia. Hey, Bishop Jehoshaphat, na who crowd so between a kakra. Obi say a fear Regina. Or say, please put tree inside. Oh, my people. Nyame wo howate. What run about 30 times. You are watching the biggest. So same way, will Africa be great?
Africa will not be great. Africa is great. Africa will not be great. You cannot be what you already are. If Africa will be great, they are making Africa, there is a particular ideology that is being pumped onto our people. And our leaders have become puppets that are being used to manipulate us. If Africa is poor, why are the Europeans coming here to get our gold and oil? You can't take from poor people. So in marketing strategy, they have to let you look down on what you have and make you think that they are better off than you. But we are feeding the whole world. We are feeding the whole world. But they have to. They have to. You can't cause the one. If Africa should rise now, then the whole world is going to be in trouble. The whole world is going to be in trouble. So they are giving us are you telling me they don't know? Our leaders don't know. They know this. But selfishness is in. Self-interest is in. So somebody want to build a kingdom for themselves. They don't care about the rest. Let everybody fight.
But if you build a kingdom for yourself, where is your kingdom dwelling? Among the people you have rejected.
So everything is mindset. Everything is mindset. Everything is mindset. Let me show you this. When you come to the church, we have the Trinity, which is referred to as the God the Father, God the Son, the Holy Spirit. Let me break that down. I tried to break down for some people. They couldn't. Let me break it down. Like I said, it is not meant to be literal. It is meant to be, because you can't say God is different from Jesus and Jesus is different from the Holy Spirit. It's the same. It's just representing three things. Number one, the mind, idea, and expression. The mind is all, everything. For as a man thinketh, so is he. So when a man is thinking and have good ideas, then the idea, whether good or bad, need to be expressed. And that expression comes in actions. So our actions are direct interpretation of the idea which we have in our mind, which is different from the brain. So we are expressing the kind of thought. Until when the mind changes, the man changes.
How do we change the mind?
Education. Education.
At which level?
And we have to keep doing it. We have to keep teaching it. The pastors have to keep teaching in the churches.
Are they teaching it?
Well, there are some pastors that are doing their best. They are trying. They are trying. They are doing their best. If you don't know, if somebody does not know, obi nima, ni onimino, and one obeka. Are you getting? But the challenge is that most of them also are not ready to expand in their knowledge to say, okay, this is bad. They say, this is evil. This is bad.
So the fear.
So, yes,
those who have it, the fear, because what they would do to you.
That is it. You can't ask questions. You can't ask questions. You can't say some things. And when you try to, then everybody will come against you. And it's very bad. It's very bad for us as a people. It's very bad for us. You not travel to any country. You go to any of these, either South Africa, America, all these places, you see Hispanic people. They are always together. They build their companies, everything, they are together. Latinos, they are together. But start a business, let's say somewhere, South Africa, anywhere, and start with Ghanaians, they'll destroy it for you.
That thing, what is it about?
Well, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to offend the people. There are some words, if I try to use them now, they will take me to the Sahindri and the Sadducees. I don't know.
No, seriously.
Yes.
If we want solutions, we should be able to talk about these things.
It's not, my dear, it's not talking about it. It's the people, are they really ready? Because they will attack what is meant to hurt, what is meant to liberate them. They will attack it. So if they are going to attack it, until the mind is ready, in spirituality, we say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But if the student is not ready, let the teacher appear. Nothing will happen.
Attack, they will attack.
Yes.
They will attack and compare Kako with Salmon.
We have lost the culture of honor and respect. Somebody says something you don't know. You ask yourself, this person, where is coming from? Are we of the same pedigree? No. But because somebody have data, 2 minutes, 2 Ghana data, they will insult you, everything. Meanwhile, if you are in their family, they would have loved you. They will destroy you, say all kind of things. So at the end of the day, you have family. You have people that respect. What do? Preserve your name.
Quiet.
Focus. Yes, that is it.
After all, I'm not God.
Yes. Even Jesus couldn't die to save everybody.
That's it.
Yes.
You are watching The Biggest, so your problem is soon. Sometimes I'm like, in prayer, for 100 years. Nyankopon cross all the need na bom no the reward na Abraham.
Prayer doesn't
the
work.
way we think.
Prayer doesn't work in prosperity. Prayer doesn't work there. It's not part of the equation.
Let's assume that's what we believe. So
then Africa should have been the wealthiest.
That's my point.
If prayer is what makes people prosperous and everything, prayer warriors should have been richer than their pastors.
Another one.
Prayer warriors should be richer than their pastors.
We are the biggest though. So please continue with the prosperity gospel.
So it is God's plan for you, but you have to get the message correctly. The wrong prosperity message they are teaching is making people to become greedy and selfish. So you want to get to impress people, to oppress people. But true prosperity helps you to express the true nature of God, which is seen also in Galatians chapter 5, referred to as the fruit of the Spirit. Because you know, say, yedie any to prosperity and success has its root in God, you cannot be arrogant and proud. because God resists the proud.
Exactly.
And he gives grace to the humble. So you know that this that I have, it is by the grace of God. What can I use it? In what way can I use it to help my brother, help my sister? That's why in the parable of the rich fool, he said, he looked at all that he has. He said, my soul, eat and drink. God said, you're a fool. You will die. Because God gives you the grace to have, because your capacity, you can have, you can do more. But somebody's capacity cannot do more. So you can share with them what they have. But that is it. We don't do that. So prosperity is God's mind for you, and you need to embrace it. If you don't embrace it, look at what happened here. They tell you that, okay, Lazarus died as a poor man, and he went to Abraham, Kukum, the bosom of Abraham. You want to enter Abraham's bosom to do what there?
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for they shall inherit the kingdom of God.
Even when the Bible says, blessed are the poor in spirit, what he's trying to tell you is that poor means lack of the absence and the desire for enlightenment. So you are poor, you know that you don't have spiritual things to grow. You pursue it, because poor people pursue. Those who think they are okay, they don't pursue. So poor in spirit means that I know that I need to grow in the Lord. I need to advance, and I don't. So that kind of poverty of the spirit, which is farming, will make you to yearn and gravitate towards truth for you to grow. So Lazarus died as a poor man and entered into the bosom of Abraham. Then the rich man died as a rich man, went to hell. So the ideology is make you hate riches and prosperity. So the question you have to ask, what sin did the rich man committed that made him to be pushed into hell? Nothing. So the only problem is that he was rich. So you don't say, oh, when you see rich people, you say, oh, this guy, all these people are going to hell. Yasinyama, where are you? You are in the world. Oh, so you need them to do what you have to do. They are not bad. Even Jesus was wearing dress. He sat on a donkey. All these things are yasinyama, but don't make it as the only purpose of your life. They are to help you express the love of God and the divine intelligence to make the universe better, but not to oppress others. Somebody will get money. God, give me car. God bless. Opportunity comes, the person gets a car, cannot even give other members who are going home a lift or something, will splash water on them to impress other people. It is never from God.
It is never from God.
For what?
But this one, I want you to address here before you continue.
Yes, dear.
You said, what does it make prosperity? Prayer doesn't make prosperity.
Prayer is not.
What about tithe and offering?
Tithe, you are driving me somewhere. Tithe and offering are part of the giving. In the series I'm preaching at the church, I talk about the spirituality of giving. Giving is a spiritual thing. For God so loved the world that he gave. When you love people, when you love something, you give yourself to it. You give yourself to them. Are you getting the point? So tithe and offering are part of the giving spirituality, are part of the giving that we have to do. But tithe does not prosper you, and offering does not prosper you. It is one of your requirements that shows that you are truly spiritual when you are giving to people. So it's a give. This is where one of the problems is.
And it shall be given unto you.
Good measure, pressed down. Now they end it there. But what the Bible is telling you, so they think like if you give 2 cedis, God will give you 20 cedis. That is absolute lie.
But you know that when you pay your tithe, the cankerworms will not eat. You and I know this.
When you read further in that Malachi, he says that because if you don't give the tithe, I will create holes in your pocket. Which father? God knows, and he knows that I want more. And so I don't have enough to give you this period. Then he is going to create holes in my pocket. Is he not a wicked father?
So who put this thing in the Bible?
When you go to Malachi chapter 2, the verse 1, you will know the message of the tithe, who it was meant for. That period, the tithe, everybody have a role to play in the tithe, in giving. Are you getting the point? But the act of giving, the way of giving, and the true message of the tithe is where we are having the problem. But it is part of a giving. Some people take tithe, like somebody like a TB Joshua. I never heard that TB Joshua take tithe in his church. But God bless his ministry. His ministry is where he's touching people's life. Am I saying people shouldn't pay? Pay. If you are in a church, that church, one of the requirements of being a member, and you're enjoying the pastor, you see that you are becoming very much better in everything. And one of the requirements is to pay tithe. Go ahead and pay. If you don't believe in tithe paying, don't be in a church where they take tithe. Else there will be a problem. Are you getting the point? You can't work at GBC and say that, okay, I agree with the law of what is your station?
Jerome TV.
Jerome TV. Then you are using the ideology. Okay, you are becoming a rebel. So don't beware your ideologies don't conform or don't agree to what is being done.
Simple. Don't
Then there won't
even
be any
watch.
problem.
Don't watch. Don't watch the channel. If you think you don't.
Are you
Eh?
getting the point? So that is it.
But I'm asking you this question because you've been in church, I
Yes.
mean, couple of churches.
Yes.
And you know that if you don't sow, I mean, to abodogun so nini na dachi bi unsabeka, who person who ye but so who person this week where you may yeah.
Yes.
We so where do we place that?
Giving, that is what I'm saying. Giving is an act of life. Everything that is living is giving. The reason why you are alive is because you are giving. So when there is a need, give. But that giving, you are not giving because you want is, you see, this is where I think the problem is. People are using the giving act as a way of bribing God to do their wish for them.
But we've been hearing that tithe is not mandatory. It's not even part. I mean, people talk about it, especially Church of Christ people believe that tithe is not part of Christianity now. According to, you've been hearing this.
Yes.
So is tithe part of Christianity?
It's part of, because it's mentioned in the Bible. That's what I'm saying. How they interpret the Bible for themselves. So even if I explain it from my angle, it will not make me.
Is the Bible confusing us as Africans?
It's not confusing us.
So what's going on?
The problem is the interpretation of the message. Are you following what I'm sharing with you?
I am following, but
yes.
So if you say it's the interpretation of the Bible, who are those who are interpreting the Bible wrongly, and who are those who is who?
Yes. Now, a pastor or a leader who is not enlightened, who has limited his knowledge to maybe coming out from a Bible school, 3 months Bible school, 6 months Bible school, and that's all you know, has not done any what we call secondary research. You teach what he knows. So it is passed on. Now, for you to be relevant and make really meaning, you need 2 things as a believer. Number 1, you need the spirit of the Berean, and you need the spirit of the Issachar mindset. The spirit of the Berean, Bible says, after the apostles have finished teaching, the Bereans go back to the Bible and search the scriptures to compare what the apostles are saying. Is it truly what is written there? Then secondly, the Issachar people, Bible says, they understood the season and the time they are in and what Israel ought to know. So we must understand the dispensation we are in, number 1, and also what is being said. Is it in conformity or is just popular? An idea and the gospel, a message can be popular, does not necessarily make it proper. A man of God may be popular and a father figure and have everything, does not mean everything they say is true. You must have the spirit you must have a student and a learner's mind that I'm really ready to learn. And in learning, you must compare notes. You don't learn from only your angle. Compare notes with other people. In theological studies, we call it comparative religious studies. Look at Al-Adura. Look at the spiritual churches. Look at Saturday people. Look at the African tradition. All religions, Islam, everything. Compare what is common within us. What is the difference? What we agree upon? What we don't agree upon? If you read a book of, is it Joshua? I think Joshua also, where he talked about is it the wall of Jericho or something? I've forgotten. And he said that for this is written as a testament, even in the book of Joshua. Now, the book of Joshua is not part of the collection of the Bible.
So Joshua is part of Apocrypha.
No, it has been taken out and say it's an apocryphal book, condemned book, not inspired. Now, so if the Bible itself is saying that for a witness that this thing that we are saying is true, it is recorded even in the book of Joshua. Yet the church said, don't read the book of Joshua because it is evil. How do you therefore confirm? Because the book of Joshua is taken away from you, whether it is true or not. So the problem is the interpretation, and there's a particular fear that has been created around all these things. So you can't advance, you can't ask questions. And if you can't ask questions, then we are at the folklore ideology of theology. Folklore is the story level where you say, only believe what I tell you, but don't ask questions. So if you want to ask questions, then you are wrong. Then you can't ask questions. You can't. So people in the churches, people are confused. We are not ready to learn. And those also that know that are sharing, they are described as demonic and evil. So at the end of the day, discernment is missing in the church. So everybody is following whatsoever. And we are floating. People are floating in space weightlessly, not having no weight. If you are spiritually connected, you know that people are floating weightlessly. Prayer, we don't understand it. It's a lot of things. But if you try to explain now, problem will come. So what do? They will call you as an antichrist. They will tag you to other people's.
They will gang up, send people, go and eat. They would be like as if it's not normal life.
So at times, ask yourself, my dear, look at some of the social challenges we have, like a demonstration. It's okay. So somebody, I heard a story, is it in Nigeria or Cameroon, where a man, a Muslim, a guy who believes in the Islamic, killed a mother and the father. Why? He said, I am happy for killing them because they were disrespecting the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. They are disrespecting him. Now, you have not seen Muhammad before. Have you heard that an imam or a senior Islamic
still any of his family member because
it is those that have shallow knowledge. So they have the zeal with that knowledge. And they can you want to fight to defend God. Let God defend himself.
Are you stronger than you? Nipa will be a car. Nyame mami kao, nyame mami fio, untumi ntoka uko biza nyame na ntokwa de wona obekwa man.
So we have the ignorant ones. Are there not? There are people that are there in space that are listening to whatever we are teaching. But check those that are attacking. They are most of them the people who are shallow. They themselves have no deep knowledge. They have no secondary education. They've not aspired. They've not even ready to. So they speak just
back. Like that. We have time for everybody because we believe there is time. This is one question, then you continue.
Yes.
Eli Klim Domi, Mami Grace, kindly ask him, is everyone supposed to be prosperous?
Everyone. In the Lord's Prayer, which I call the metaphysics of the Lord's Prayer, Jesus said, when you pray, say, our Father. He didn't say my Father. So everybody is part of the family of God. So what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Ask me, don't you want to prosper? But are we all going to have it abundant? Are we all going to have the same amount of money, the same amount of cars? Somebody have private jet. Somebody have bicycle. The bicycle is what you can afford now, what is okay for you now. You have prospered. You are the same as the one that have a private jet. If you are able to now move in your economy and can afford maybe a Benz or other thing, you are doing very well. So everybody must prosper. And it is your right to prosper.
It is your right to prosper. You are watching the biggest and the largest. Hey, our brother is here. Biokanyo Bantu. He was here last time. He was our live guest on Thursday. The words of the Father are perfect. It's the wicked that have problem with the words. That's it. He was our guest last live guest last Wednesday. The Ghana will rise again. Yes, I rise that. You said we are already great. So what's happening to us now? If we are great, do we look great?
We are great. We are great in the sense that it is the fruitful tree, the tree with fruitful, ripe fruits attract most stones.
Mm-hmm.
If we are not fruitful, if we are not great, other nations will not be coming to us to take from us.
So should we say, when can we be free?
So what we need, how do we protect what we have?
Mm-hmm.
How do we protect our economy? How do we build?
Mm-hmm.
We have how do we call it? Is it engineers at the university, lecturers and instructors, professors at it? Ask how many of them has invented something.
Mm-hmm.
No. We go to school, we are asked to name the parts of a grasshopper. How does that build your life? No. At that same moment, a Chinese child is being taught how to fix and put puzzles and put things together. So by the time they grow, we are nothing. So the ideology is thinking that, you see, our agriculture system is destroyed. So everybody wants to go in a particular area. So we are speaking. If you speak English, then you are intelligent. When your eyes don't open. So we are people who are speaking good English, but we are hungry because we don't focus on our things that nature has given to us. So we think that somebody in the agriculture sector is a poor business. It's a poor profession to be in the agriculture sector. So we have people who are ready to get masters in English and mathematics and all that, but they are hungry. We don't have food. A time is coming. All of us will be speaking English and speaking the Queen's language and everything, but we are hungry and we'll be eating one another in the land. Because
We'll
we
be
think that,
eating one
yes.
another in the land. Then chebi ya best start here didi yenam. Ya best start here didi yenam pa. Ansong Michael, I say, Mommy Grace, good evening. I'm watching you live at Amsterdam. Oh, thank you so much for watching. Keep the questions coming now. Keep the questions coming now. Keep the questions coming now. Let it center around the obi bisa say yetua ye tight na ebema ya prosper na.
Well, I see it as an act of giving. I see it as an act of giving. You can't bribe God. God said, He said, for with this, if test me with this, you can't test God. What is God going to do with your money? God is not going to do anything with your money. If you're in a church and you are contribute, if you have the grace to contribute, but you don't enter into a bet system with God that I'm giving God for God to give to me. When you are living unrighteously, that cannot work. Prosperity doesn't work like that. So tithe giving is part of the giving. It's a spiritual act of giving where you recognize the effort of the church and also the effort of your pastor and everything, and you are supporting the house.
You are supporting the house. This is one of our people asking questions. Yawata, is this really necessary? I will still ask for you. Is the guest from Jehu family?
Who is Jehu?
Yeah, we are the biggest. Also, who is Jehu? He doesn't know. You want to put this man in the family by force. Ali Klim, Domi, can we make prosperity a rule or a vow for our spiritual self such that it becomes a part of our life journey here?
Yes. You don't even have to, you have to make it one of the core principles. Let me ask you a question. They said, let me put this. I said money is not a sign of prosperity, but money is part of prosperity. But having money is not prosperity. It's not the total. I wish your mind, the body, the soul, and the spirit must all do well. In terms of your mind, your ideas must be healthy, and your expressions must be very good. This is the three, which is called the Trinity of prosperity. Now, you have to do well in every area of your life and see it as your responsibility. Any pastor that tell you don't love money, tell him, I say, my name is Bishop Jehoshaphat. I said it's lie. Love money, don't only love money, that the love of money is the root of evil. No, love the tree, love the root, and love the leaves of money. Because the essence of tithe paying is not money. How do you get money? Are you not going to work? Why do you go to work every day? And at the end of the month, if your salary doesn't come, you start getting agitated, you start getting angry. You love money. God loves money. Money answers all things, but you must have the right attitude towards money. You either earn it, it is transferred to you, or you inherit it. If your parents are not that they left it as an inheritance for you, or it has not been transferred to you, then you have to earn it. And earning it is working. How do I make money? How do I create it? You must create a venture. That's where the thought, which is idea, comes in. I am the Lord thy God, who gives you the power, the thought, the mindset. So you consult God in meditation, in prayer, and in sanctification, so that you can have healthy mindset to think positively. How do you expect to get money, which is positive, but you have wrong mindset and attitude towards money? Money and prosperity is like a beautiful lady. If you don't like women, you cannot attract any of them. You must love beautiful women to attract them, because they will require a particular demeanor, a particular posture, and talk. You must have the art of talking to women before you can attract them. Oh, yes, you need it. Why is it that when you go to the banks, they look for curvy women and nice people, everything, to make them front desk executive? Attraction. What the eye see? What are the things you are seeing in the spirit? What is the business you are seeing in your mind's eye? How now do you project yourself to attract that kind of people? You see people that are successful, you see wait, then you become envious, jealous, and speak negative about them. You can never attract prosperity. Prosperity is standing in the dark, calling you to become. God is not thinking about you now. God has finished thinking about you. God is busy. Well, Genesis said that, and on the seventh day, God rested. I think he's still resting, because he has given us everything that pertains to life and godliness. Everything. Jesus is the divine idea that God has given to all of us. And whosoever believes in him will not perish. It is part. Prosperity is part of the salvation gospel. If you don't believe in him, you will perish. If you don't believe in prosperity to work and how you your landlord will reject you, you suffer. The same people that are telling you, fight, fight, fight. When you are hungry, nobody will come to your aid. God didn't say, I fear the devil. He said, You shall not serve God and money. Mammon. It shouldn't be your ambition. You see, there's a difference between vision and ambition. When you have an ambition to do something, you become obsessed with that thing. You don't care who you destroy to get it. But vision is how you bring others on board, recognizing other people's positive characters and things that can help all of us. If it is about me, it is about us. Then we are all going.
Then we are all going. You are watching The Biggest. This question, Mame answer no. Okay. This is Kweku Jensi, MFC. Alan 2024. Ghana will rise again. Listen, not this Sunday. I'm going to say something next week. I'm trying to let those with book put whatever it is together for me. TME. Mrs. Next week Sunday, me bo menim bidie. Utie na medie wura the porter hat of country Ghana. Na se hunhun bi wo mama na kasa. Na mo huni ya eko. Hwe kurom hawa hu. Mo atwe ni ya me se e bespire mu se ntontom. Na enye ndesese no me ngada me hu ye o hwe manim a obehu se enche den sisi so me ya me hu yie. Na next week Sunday no me nim se me ne live kra me ne live. Na ye nyina ye hu ne ewom so to me beyi me ka asem no to wo wie. Na se otumi ye fra omo say omo a omo ye bidding. Me I call them bidding. I don't call them politicians. They are bidding for positions to manage you, me, the mineral, the land, even in Frama ye home. So they are just bidding. If any of them can answer this, we will all get to the level where it has to get to. Into no, who be some question na me no after Sunday no. If your leader watch whatever I have to say, na me Ghana had their own me share nkwala yi call demonstration. Osofo obi anka hwe. Nti na church member bi enim. Omo ko no mo ye atheist nkoten. Malam bi anka hwe. Alan afri ni party mu a efe ne ye hye ho nkom. Does this make sense? And if you say this, somebody will sit somewhere and say, I'm not responsible for your frustration. So don't come here. I mean, my purpose and my eyes are red. And I will throw anything that I have made before starting this into it to make sure, say, I leave this place. Any corner when you're done rough and any be throw me into the tunnel. No, I was sad me back to this place, dumping place. Many a brise call. Into next week Sunday, you be share our spiritual hour. And I make an baby a majina casana machuano. Now, ye cram mebo menim bidie. Na makaseme I don't care what will happen to me anymore. You can't actually even do anything. Into no what will trauma me about Alan. When that thing comes out, call him, let him watch. If he's able to answer, I am for him. Because I'm not for myself, I'm for the souls here. Macrao. May you are no we and trust your mammy be about politics. Macatro. Frank Jau or say, Mama, kindly ask him. Papa, this is for you.
Okay.
Can any spirit prevent or hijack someone's prosperity in spiritual realm and manifest on the physical?
Yes. Yes. Because, you see, money itself is energy. And there are things that when you do, you destroy and stop yourself from attracting the good things that will help you become prosperous. You cannot live anyhow. You cannot talk anyhow. You cannot live, I don't know how to put it, and expect to prosper, because the kind of mindset you have determines your attitude. Your attitude determines the kind of even spirit you attract to your side. So if you live anyhow, then definitely, because you cannot, a good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad fruit cannot. So the kind of tree you are determines the kind of things you attract, and at the end, it will destroy you. So it's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. So I don't know if I should still ask this question, but today is their day. Okay. They have the right to ask you every question they want to, so I will still read.
All right.
This is it Gabiosis? I don't know if it's okay. Is working as a prostitute to earn money a sin?
Well, it is, once it is not societally admitted, socially, even spiritually, it's a sin. It's a sin. It's the abuse of self. And God didn't create you to live like that. It's an abuse of self. So you have something, but you are putting it out in the wrong way. So it's wrong. Prostitution is wrong.
Okay. Busia, please, you heard him. Whose reptilian and beast mode is vibration? Okay. Richmond and any musician to have that conversation. Keep your questions coming. This question is for you, Papa.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Berko. I said, can he talk about how difficult it is to share this kind of message to the church?
It's difficult. You see, Bible said that he that has ear, let him hear. In other words, he that want to really change, he should pay attention.
That's it.
That's what
And
he said.
by force, and mandatory.
Yes. So I can be saying it, but if you are not ready, there's nothing I can do.
I see, go out there and preach, whoever believes.
Yes. Even
by force.
Jesus said that, he said in the parable, he said, don't cast you can't give the food, the bread that belongs to the children to the dogs. Dogs are those who not appreciate what you have. So move on. Even the message of salvation said, if you preach the gospel, you enter a house and they don't accept you, move on, move away from them.
Kwaku Jamfi music, the wofu basa. And tokwa we de mo some catch around there or we no problem there. Okay. Hey, why are you people angry about someone doing a campaign for the boss? It's any right or your platform no so ntimunja no na ono so onka na asem. Papa, why are some people poor in the church? What is causing that? Are some people born with poverty?
We cannot run away from the law of karma and what I call the contract of the soul. These are now, I'm entering into a certain dimension now. Every one of us here signed a contract before being here. And that contract, what I call the soul contract, determines what your work you do. It also determines who you marry. It also determines a lot of things. And some are here to pay for some things they did. So it's a whole lot of message that I don't want to start something I won't be able to finish. So I've just given a clue. Define knowing your life mission is what we also call as the contract of the soul. I know mine. You know yours. And at times, when you understand these spiritual things, you realize that there's nothing called coincidence. Everything is synchronicity. You are not forcing them. Things are falling in place as they are. Both the good, the bad, and the ugly. At the end of the day, you see that they are pointing you to one particular area of your life. Yes. So some people will be poor. Jesus, even during his time up to now, when you have a poverty mindset, you are definitely going to be poor. You don't have good financial management skills and talent management skill. If somebody promotes you, give you 100 million, 500 million, you waste it. Somebody also have 300 Ghana cedis who start a business, who's used to start pure water business. You want to think life? Hear me, my dear. This life, and I want everyone on this platform to listen very carefully. And I'm saying this emphatically, whether you believe it or you don't believe it, that's your business. But you can't run away from reality. This life we are in is a jungle. It's a jungle, and in the jungle, there is only one law, the law of survival. And everybody has survival instinct. If you don't eat somebody, somebody will eat you. Prayer will not save you. When you meet a lion and you see an antelope, you shoot, you are seeing food. Okay. When the lion also see you are seeing food, stand there and speak in tongues. He will eat you. God will look at you. Angels will look at you. He will finish you. It's a jungle. You must have survival instinct. And every one of us going about our daily business, it shows our survival instinct. My dear, when you are coming from Kaswa, look at our roads and you see these young girls from school and mothers selling in the hot sun. You see people that are having survival instinct, struggling, fighting life. They are battling with life. And you cross your leg and you think that manna will fall from somewhere. You are delusional. You have a problem. People, if you don't fight, you can't gain flight. You must fight, and life gives you attention if you have a fighting spirit. The angel said to Jacob, you have fought with an angel and you have prevailed. Therefore, your name has been changed. But if you are not fighting, you think that you can be praying. Okay, sit in your room and pray. God watch you, you will get ulcer, and you look for money to buy medicine. Even paracetamol's price have gone up.
Fighting. Wait, this is Quartey Digital. Ma'am, Quartey Digital, this thing that you are asking, I have done a breakdown of this scripture. Money is the root of all evil. Next week, I've done it. That video is, I've made it, I think, last week or baby. They will show you to you, break it down, bam, 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 and then I'll give you the levels of this reptilian cortex. Everybody is in a survival mode. Obia normal, even animals, and a papa nakano. But there is a part ubeko now wako open reptilian cortex, now wako severe, now wako the beast mode. That is what that scripture was talking about. But I know the can and I record it about Bele Hanye, Ninye no fan, yes, share. Ekobe. Enti yikwaku wachire mu dada yes starting enemy bisano. Say blessed are the poor in spirit inti no or can the opinion about that side. Inti I think say your best ube China that video no ba wo ho no ma na wo de wo comment na to Jameson Kroma or say Mommy Grace please ask him papa this is for you.
Okay.
To teach us the ways to attract prosperity into our lives. That's a beautiful
It's
question.
a beautiful question.
Yes, so
and this is what I want. Number one, God does not give us money. God gives us mental substance, which we call ideas. It is ideas that makes you ideal. Number one, you need your God consciousness. You need your divine, yourself, your higher self, your God consciousness. Build yourself up in the Lord. When you build yourself up in the Lord, he says, he shall give you the desire of your heart. What is that desire? Ideas that will help you move into the areas. Define your own interest, passion. What is your area of passion, interest? Seek the knowledge and get the education that pertains to that area and build yourself up. Look up to those who are doing well in that area you want to be and derive inspiration from there. The next one, pursue academic exploit. Take courses, take short courses, and also attend seminars. Get books about that person. The other one is also to get a coach. Your life will be like a coach if you don't have a coach. You'll be like a cockroach if you don't have a coach.
Okay.
So you need a coach and a mentor. Look up to these people. But when let me share this with you. I shared this at a conference, you see, in the miracle of the healing of Jairus' daughter. And I want everybody listen to me very carefully. Now, remember the woman with the issue of the blood. Her issue was 12 years. And Jairus' daughter was also 12 years dead. Jesus was going to raise Jairus' daughter. I'm saying this and I need every one of you to listen to me very carefully. Jairus' daughter was dead at the age of 12 years. And the woman has been bleeding for 12 years. Now, Jairus' daughter is the new generation. The woman with the issue of blood is the old generation. Now, the older generation are bleeding. They have to be healed before the new generation can be raised. So we are a generation of young ones coming who are dead in consciousness. They need to be raised, but the older generations are bleeding. Why? Because the younger generation don't have the culture of honor, respect, and discipline. So when we are attacking the people who will teach us, who will help us, we will be dead in our ignorance. And we need the elderly generation need to be healed first. That's why you realize that even in the church, we have come to a place where elders are quiet. They don't want to talk again. Because of small data, young guys, young ladies will sit and insult their great-grand people who are like their father's mates. You don't have culture and you expect to live long. You expect, if that person is your father, your grandfather, would you talk like that? We have lost the sense of honor and discipline. So the elderly generation who are passing, wishing to pass life to us, they are bleeding. We have fathers that are bleeding, mothers that are bleeding. And the young ones say, nobody is helping me in my family, yet you don't respect anybody. So who will help you? Nobody will help you.
Who will help you? Nobody will help you. Oh.
That is why we are seeing we have people that came up, someone like Dr. Dare to me, they were teaching people how to succeed, how to prosper and all that. People don't want to pay money to gain knowledge. They want everything free. But they'll pay money to attend somebody's music concert somewhere and go and attend something. But anything that will build them spiritually, they don't want. They want it free. So you can't prosper. You can't prosper.
To me, my own problem.
You can't prosper.
Where another question. Where the obey can you bantu or say, Mommy, please ask him if Jesus is God.
I'm not here to talk about that one. We are talking about.
Are you running?
I'm not running.
Today is life. You are for the public. So you answer their questions.
You see, I'll answer their question. That's what I'm saying, that I don't want to deal with something I will not be able to complete, because I believe this topic, this question it has been treated on this platform several times. So if all that has been shared, I saw you bring some elders, father figures that came here to share. One elderly Ewe man, I've forgotten his name. He's elderly, he is quite hefty. Have a round face, and Ewe
with gray way.
Yes. What is the first thing? These are so the people that are sharing is enough. You don't need anything.
Everybody that has listened. If you don't want to understand, if you are not going there today, it's understandable. But it's not everybody that has actually. Those are a very old videos. Though it's still making them popular, but it's not everybody that has actually watched. So if you are not going there today, it's understandable. But it's not everybody that has watched that video.
Okay, yes, I get to understand. Thank you.
Okay, so I don't sometimes. Okay, so it was Ransom. Good evening, Maame Grace. I would like to ask your guest, what role does our ancestors play in our destiny and how should we relate to them?
Our ancestors, they play in our well-doing.
In our destiny and how should we relate with them?
You are your ancestors. They've laid some good foundations for you. The question is, do you honor the teachings? Do you honor the things that they've done for you, or you demonize them? If you don't see anything and think that your ancestors are evil, and the moment your mother or your great-grandmother, who was good, they told you started business like this, and when they died, they said that they have become evil spirits. You have wrong mindset towards them. Any assistance, you can't get them. Will you attend to somebody who is always speaking evil about you?
No.
I won't speak even much about it. We have watched movies, African movies, where this ideology that somebody died, then they left their children, and the ghosts come around watching and say, now, that is it. Let's assume, let's take it like that it is literal like that. If you are insulting your ancestors, go to churches and fighting and all kind of bad things about them, that they are evil, then at the end of the day, how do you expect them to come to your aid? Now, let me ask you something, my dear. When you go to Europe, go to other countries, when you go to other places, they don't call ancestors. They call them what? Saints. Okay, so their own saint is good. But don't you know your soul is why do you call them saints? Because in the physical, we are corrupted by the flesh with wrong ideologies, but when you enter into the ethereal, you are clean. So once you have entered into the ethereal, you are clean. And when you are clean, you are a saint. They reverence you, they adore you. That is it. If you live a good life, you're a saint, you're a good person. What the word saint is also ascribed to the Christians. When you become born again, they say you are now a saint of God. Is that not so? Saint means something that has been sanctified. So that is how. So if you don't see them as that, you see all those things stable. Does it mean everyone in the family is good? No. But you have good, the bad, and the ugly. Keep the good in mind and honor them. Appreciate them and know how to communicate. That is all. I won't say, because that is not a medium we are doing now.
Okay, so but Frank, Frank, is that was our question? One answer that. Emmanuel Kendonko, please, Mami Grace, can you please ask him how we know what kind of contract we sign before coming to this earth? They are picking the questions from your submission.
Yes. Now you have to do consultation. Consultation is very important. If you're in a church, you can consult your pastor. Pastor, pray for me. I want to find out my destiny code or whatever. And at times you have to also look at your passion. What are the things you are passionate about? What are the things that your soul gravitates towards? Are you getting the point? They are all pointers. The reason why I use the word pastor is because it is a platform that have many people. People have different way of doing their consultation, whatever. That one I will not go there, because what is good for somebody is bad for someone. So I will not say this. I'm speaking as a pastor. from my area, consult your pastor. Pastor, I don't know my destiny. How? He can share with you, okay, these are the things you do.
Just like you go to where your belief is.
But believe is, that is what I'm trying to say. Yes, that is it.
Okay, so that's your answer. Official El King, always preaching about Daniel in the lion's den. Please, let's open cage for our bishop filled with lions and let's hear. And also fire You are watching the biggest and the largest. Let the question and center around the topic. Ebema na ye very, very fine. Why? Ebusuya. Lane, and your name, Mommy Grace, please ask him, Papa, this is for you.
Yes.
Can a generation be cursed with poverty, and how can they come out of it?
Definitely. A generation can be cursed or can be cursed. It depends on what has happened to that generation. A generation that destroys good people will be poor because there will not be any good that will rise out of them. So it will be destroyed. A generation that have bad mindset, they have cursed themselves. A generation that does not love each other, a generation that is lazy, that believes in quick money, and but does not believe in hard work and does not believe in the right channel, they have cursed themselves. They're self-imposed curse. And there are curses also you do when you do wrong things towards elders and people that are supposed to be your leaders. You are cursed because nobody will give you the ideas and the help. So we are cursing ourselves. And let me say this clearly, that oftentimes what we refer to as the devil is not part of it. It is our own making. We have leaders who are hoarding money, preparing for election. Yet they will tell you that somebody died at Kolebu Teaching Hospital because there's only one oxygen can, and they shifted it to maternity, and the people at the accident center also came to borrow it. So others are dying. Can you imagine? So this is it. When the wicked rise to
people
the throne,
are complaining about your sound. Okay, please go on.
Yeah, when the wicked rise to leadership, Bible said that the righteous will even suffer. So that is it. When we choose bad leaders, we have nothing. And this is the other issue that is a problem. We cannot be tribalistic and expect ourselves to be liberated. So because you are tribalistic and the person who is even leading either the country or a particular organization is your tribe person, then you are just following whatever because he is from your tribe, is your tribe person. So at the end of the day, what is happening? You are promoting evil, yet when you are hungry, you still say that God is not helping you. We have a problem with our mindset.
We have a problem. Is there solutions to this?
There is solution. The solution is a change of mindset, and we are not ready. We are not.
Until what happened?
I think God will help them back to help ourselves.
Achuhato, this is a question for you, Papa.
Yes, my dear.
My goddess, please ask him. In case you cast Holy Ghost on your ancestors before, what should one do to appease them? And then obey to appease them.
The same things you said, you have to reverse them. The same things. There are people here who have never visited their own village because they have the ideology that somebody say, okay, your village is evil, so don't go there. The day you are going to get married, when you die, they have to take you there. So better start communicating with the people because you can't use somebody's family for your family, as your family. So you must speak good things about your family. You must love your family and speak good things. The ones you know, look at the good things and speak about that and leave the negative ones.
And that's it.
There is the good and there's the bad in, you see, there is the good in every bad thing and there's bad in every good thing.
Everything. You have the energy to channel it.
That is it. People are trying to go to America. America comes to Africa that they are giving us aid, but they are homeless people in America. They are homeless people.
Then let's come to somebody's question.
Okay.
Obrimpong Papa. Or say nowadays people are running out of Ghana. Is it that there is no prosperity in Ghana? That's his question.
The message of prosperity is here. We are prosperous. You as a person, you are prosperous, but you need an environment to thrive. You are a good seed, but when the ground is not good for you, the kind of seed you are cannot germinate. That's why some people have to migrate so that what they have. There are some politicians that have run out of the country. They are doing it somewhere. There are some doctors that have run out because every time they are being owned salary and they cannot pay their children and everything, they'll go where their gift will be appreciated. So you as a person, you are blessed. You only need a position, a place where you can express, because I've told you it is the Trinity, the mind, the idea, and expression.
Okay, so hanom no de loss ni ni pay ni nhyɛ da nkɔ yi nti no. People are Vida Van Dyke. I say, Mommy Grace, I'm late, but I'm loving this interaction. Oh yes, Bishop Jehoshaphat today. The unim so Obama will be what I say. Say we here no ama Obrimpon. Alberto Media GH. Okay, they are doing their sound is good now. Thank you for the feedback. Kelvin Kusi Abebio, some pastor even said, Obi question you, some pastor even said he does not belong to his family anymore, whether Adriana or Bretu. He's now part of the family of Judah. I was like, hey, like seriously.
Now, tell him, if you want to be part of it, he should go back to his mother's womb and get out of the country and be born into that place. That is hypocrisy.
Kelvin, where you are, no, say what? Kelvin, say what get to no. Dan Ado, Mommy Grace, please ask him that it is for you.
Yes, please.
Is it right putting money at pastors' feet when they are preaching and praying? When they are preaching, that is one. And paying tithe and seeing your account in negative at the end of the month. What should you do?
Putting money at the feet of the pastor is a good thing. Depends. It doesn't mean anything. It's a place of honor. Secondly, if you want to put money, will you go and put it in his pocket? So it is open place where you put it. You're appreciating what the pastor is saying and you are connecting. So that's the way of expressing your appreciation, what he's saying to you, that what he's saying is ministering to you. So you put it at his feet. You can't put it in his pocket.
Yo, so me patrosa what Frank Jehu Mommy, please ask him. This is for you.
Yes, please.
Those people doing sakawa and those going for spiritual money, is it their destiny to do so to become prosperous?
No, they have an ambition. That is what I said before. Or they have an ambition to impress people. Impress people. Anything that will cause you to kill somebody, destroy somebody before you make it, it is not godly.
Before you make it, it's not godly. You're voting. Well, Giga. Hi, Mommy Grace. Really, you are looking so magnificent tonight. Oh, really? Thank you so much. Because my face, I feel my face is not good because of some things that I'm going through. I'm not. If I say I'm going through something, it's not that me were you. Like I mean, some exercises that I'm going through, and nothing I make Mommy, please ask him if one can change his or her soul contract.
You can't change it.
Okay.
It's not something you
that
can
is
change.
Akosia Harriet.
If you have been called as a teacher to teach, if you like jump, twist like a turkey, you end up becoming a teacher. Have you not seen parents that encourage their children to go and learn maybe do administration, business administration at school? At the end of the day, they become footballers. So you can't run away from your soul contract.
You can't run away from it.
Yes.
Obrimpom, can we pray anywhere? Because I've been seeing one guy always praying in the toilet. Oh, is this an issue? Can they pray anywhere, please?
Because God is omnipresent, and so you can pray anywhere. God does not only see you in the church. If you're in your bathroom, God is seeing you. Anywhere you are, God is seeing you. So prayer is just having the ideology, the mindset of the awareness of the divine presence.
Papa Mpacho, Dan, I do say one answer the question about tithe. Say, okay, say we your tithe, ma pastor. Now, salary, bank, you need your red. Is it?
Well, that's what I'm saying, that the area of tithe is a doctrine, and every church have their own doctrine concerning tithe. If what you are being told, you look at it and use your head. I can't say because I don't know what you did or what the message was before you were asked to empty your account. That one I can't say it. Amen. If you have gone, my sister, if you call doctor, if you go to a surgeon, they tell you this kind of thing you need to pay this amount of money and for your surgery, and that's all you have in your account, and you pay your account enter red. It's not the person's fault. It's the kind of problem you presented that they gave you your bill. So that's why I can't speak for you about your church. It depends on what you
Hey,
go
Mr.
into.
Jehoshaphat. Say doctor, how the okwa ibemo wedru na tight no ko tua man dey.
So it depends. Well, if you say God should give you, they'll tell you everything has a price to pay. So I don't know what exactly he was told. I don't know what exactly.
Before he sent his money
I don't know,
and his
yes.
account became
Yes,
red. If he can explain it
if he
to
can
us,
explain
then
it,
we know what
I
to
can
tell
help
him.
yes.
Okay, so you heard him. Mercedes wheels. Hey, how does one find out what they are meant to be doing in life after one has prayed about it and has not any answers?
Like I said, first thing is to be sensitive to yourself and look at your area of passion, what your passion is. What are the kind of people that you gravitate, your soul feel attracted to? Are you getting the point? Me, I like teaching. If you put me behind the keyboard, there will be problem. So anyone, I don't like watching movies. I don't like watching preachers, like pastors that are preaching. I'm into reading. So if you are preacher, I won't watch that one because reading you have done a lot of research. So it helps me more to read. So everybody know your area. Then you know the things that attract you. Then gravitate towards that area. You see that you do very well.
Okay. Victoria Taylor, I say, please, what is your own doctrine to say?
Doctrine about what?
About you saying, say, Obia wo like Adia or what, Obia ne nhyehyɛ one sorry. Ti wo ko join here, no dey wo ho na wa ko join, so you go with them. And obisa say wo so dey na ye den.
Oh, I can't say it here unless you visit my church. If you come around and you'll be able to discern, what you need is discernment. Because a church can have doctrines that they list out the correct, but if the environment is that the things practiced at that place, is it so lifting to you? If not, then how? Because it's a lot. I can't sit here and explain everything. That's not why I'm here to talk about the prosperity gospel for you to prosper.
To prosper, so should we stop the questions?
No. But there are some. If I say I'm going to, and then I'm going to promote my church. I'm not here to promote church. I'm here to explain something. So my own church doctrine is different from somebody. You are definitely not coming to my church. So my church doctrine, if I explain some things of my church doctrine, it will bring more questions. It will deviate us from our focus.
What we are doing.
Yes.
Maame Grace, please ask him if you are not praying for like 6 months, what will happen to you?
If you have fire and you are cold and you are not finding it, it will go off now. You become spiritually weak. You become spiritually weak. Definitely, if you are there, you are not eating. What will happen to you? It's the same thing. Prayer is what builds your spirit man. Food builds your physical body. Prayer builds your spirit man. But prayer does not put money in your pocket. When your body is good, you are working, you are getting money, you eat good food. If you are not, you eat foolish food, bad food, you have bad dreams. You think demons are chasing you. No, change your diet so that you don't die early.
Hey, change your diet so you don't die early.
Yes, your diet is very important.
Hey, okay, I will put these two questions together so you answer them because our time is getting closer.
Okay.
Okay, Coach Labi, I say the doctrine and the Bible, which one is very powerful?
Doctrines are extractions from the Bible. Doctrines are man's ideas, what they are picked to become their standard of life, expressing their standard, their belief system. So you can find the doctrines in the Bible. The Bible is the same as the doctrine. The doctrine is what we are picked out, that is how we are going to do. Like if I come to our church, what is our doctrine? Our doctrine is just the 4L. We love, we learn, we live, and we laugh. This is our doctrine. So if you come to Jehoshaphat, King City, every day you have something to laugh about. You will leave the church smiling, laughing. I mean, it's our culture. So that is it. You won't find somebody to gossip with you about anything because we don't envy anyone. Our mantra is that I am complete. So I don't compete. I envy nobody. What I want is coming to me at the right time with the right mindset and the right attitude. I'll be who God wants me to be.
Okay.
So so my own will be different from somebody's.
So you can't talk about somebody.
Yes.
James Nkrumah, Mami Grace, please ask him. Listen to this.
Okay.
If a fortune teller tells you that your prosperity is in lottery and you are a born again Christian, is it right to play lottery? Because pastors preach that gambling is a sin.
Well, everything is gambling. What is gambling? Getting to something with the idea of getting good returns. We are gambling. And gambling is a risk. Everybody's taking a risk. We're going to buy wachi. It's a risk. Do you ask the woman, what kind of tomatoes did you use? You have just positive mindset that when I eat, it will be okay for me.
And you eat and you are okay.
If it doesn't go well with you, that is it. Even faith, everything, they believe in God, everything is gambling. Somebody tell you, lift up your hand and accept Jesus, so you speak in tongues. You have not seen God before. Then you believe. It's gambling. You are trying. Nobody has been to heaven before. We are believing. We are gambling. We are trying it. Is that not so? Some people have changed churches. Somebody is maybe 40 years. Ask them to tell her, I've been to about 15 churches before. I was an elder here. I was here. Now there. Everybody is trying. Are you getting the point? If gambling is bad, let me say, if gambling is bad, why does the government make it part of the system, as part of the economic system of the citizens? That even if you are working, you get salary, we are making another means available. Try these numbers. Then when you get them, you get extra cash for yourself. And the government plays 10% tight on it to collect it. It's part of it. So gambling is okay. There's no problem with it. When you enter church, my dear, when you enter church, if you bring any money there, anywhere you go, do you see anything written on it? No. If a prostitute bring money to the church, how would you know? If the person does not tell you that I'm prostitute,
They've not written pants on the money.
You don't read. Yes. So money is a medium, it's a means to achieve something. And it can come from anywhere. God can use anyone to bless you. Are you getting me? I don't want to talk about the medium, or he said, is it a medium or whoever spoke with him? I have walked on the street going somewhere and somebody just come and say, do you know you're a great man? Do you know you are fine? And tell you are a great man, you are going to be big, you are going to. I don't know them from anywhere. What is a medium? A medium is a channel through which informations are released. A pastor is a medium, a prophet is a medium. As I'm sitting here, I'm a medium because what you are receiving is coming through a channel. I'm being used to pass information to you. Yes.
Is it Giga or Giga? Hey, mu hard when you know. Minyaka YouTube for amunya voice note. Na kama boss na abo na ya temo voice. Oh, Mami Grace, please ask him why. Please, this is for you.
Okay.
Ask him why is it that some people used to pray for certain proposition for so many years and yet still no answer from our mighty creator?
You are on your own. You are on your. This is what I'm saying. People are using prayer to solve intelligent problem. You cannot use prayer to solve what your intelligence is required. If you are going to do a particular business, go to school and get it. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and void. And God said, let there be light. There is light pertaining to that which you want to do. Go and get it. If you don't get it, you are praying. No answer will come. The answer is in the education you have to get. The answer is in the mentor you have to get. The answer is, these are what I'm trying to talk to you about. So attending church is good, being prayer is good, but when you wake up in the morning, you don't stay in your room. You go to look for a job, you work. So that is it. If not, you pray. There was a pastor that fasted for something. He said, what? Fasted for, is it something, some 70 something days, and he died. Another one also said he's going to walk on the water. He died. Another one walked into the den, a zoo, and I just chop him. Where was God? Your intelligence. He said you shall cast out demons. He didn't say that you should go and talk to animals because they are there. When they land, you are seeing food. So we are trying to use spirituality, spiritual activities to solve what intelligence requires, and that can't work.
Stephen Dazi, please ask him, when someone is weak in the spirit, what's happening to that person?
When you are weak, you are weak. When you are weak, you are weak. A wall that is weak can easily break down. When you are weak, you can attract all kinds of things into your aura. You can attract all negativities. And that is why you have to build yourself. So even in the body, you have your immune system that fights against external diseases or whatever that comes against you. So prayer is also building your spiritual walls for you to stay spiritually strong, because we are not fighting against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities. Words, look at something that Paul said. Paul said that bring into captivity every thought that exalts itself above the knowledge of Christ. So you can be walking free, but some people have imprisoned you in their mind, and they have negative energy that they are always emitting towards you. If your spiritual energy is not strong, then arrows will penetrate you. A lot of things will happen to you. But when your wall is well fortified and you are spiritually strong, no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
No weapon fashioned against you shall prosper. This is Facebook comment. Favor Akosia Okra. Also, there is prosperity in Ghana. Please, African youth, Abrochre is not as you see it. Please stay and fight for your land. One thing I ever regret is travel to Abrochre. But but you have to spiritually wake up before you understand what I'm talking about. That is Favor Akosia Okra. Aye, mo obi to me koton ka 50,000 or kwa abrochire. Anka omo fi abrochire.
People, Abrocheri, you can't buy a land there. It will take you donkey years. But here, there are lands you can buy and own a piece of this universe in your name. What a honor.
Akosia ya te why me de ministry can see fasa area ho. Joe Sat, sister, please answer this yourself. I'm say bi mo so kontokwa. Hey, when a woman uses her menstruation for rituals, don't you think it drives away both good and evil spirits? Ebi mu omo ankasa omo ye omo ntokwa wo ho, so we would just leave that. I needed to read a bit. Penelope na obe ended this show. Or say, they be or can gain your consciousness and liberate yourself. Why? Let me say, they be or can't show no now power. At least as a dream. That's the thing. Papa, our time is due. So in 5 minutes, I would want you to advise people about prosperity, the prosperity gospel. What people should know, what people should understand. Say be as see no be the channel no at in 5 minutes no topic can I discuss no. I want you to summarize all this in 4 minutes.
Okay. In Psalm 35, the verse 27, Bible says that let them shout for joy and be glad that favoreth my righteous cause. Yea, let them say continually, the Lord be praised and magnified, which has pleasure in the prosperity of his saints. God have pleasure. He has prosperity of his saints. Then in the book of Isaiah chapter 48, the verse 17, also says that, thus says the Lord, thy Redeemer. He said, the Holy One of Israel, I am the Lord thy God, which teaches you the way to make profit. So God, number one, is interested in your prosperity. Two, God wants you to make profit, not make losses in life. So how? You need intelligence. So prosperity is part of the message for you to have. If not, you accept poverty as a sign of spirituality. Poverty is not, if the poverty is a sign of spirituality, then you don't have to go to work again. So you need to embrace it. It's good for your soul, because if you don't prosper, you will not be proper. So desire it. When you see people that are doing very well, thank God, when you see somebody driving a nice car, that car is nice. Attraction. Speak good things about yourself. That is the beginning of awakening yourself. If you don't love yourself, you hate yourself, and anything you hate will die because you have wrong attitude towards it. Love your nose, love your eyes, love your lips. God gave Africans thick lips so that when we kiss, there will be deep impression. We will enjoy our lives. Enjoy yourself. If you don't love yourself, my dear, somebody tell you, look at your ears, beautiful. You tell the person, why are you mocking me? Because you don't love yourself in the first place. If you love yourself, you love your country, you love your culture, you love your people. And you open your mind up to learn, because the more you know there is more you don't know that you need to know.
Yo, thank you so much. Any social media handles for us to follow?
Bishop Jehoshaphat, Facebook.
Bibia, your boy, no, all
Bishop
information
Jehoshaphat
that we
Facebook,
need.
yes.
Okay, so Bishop Jehoshaphat,
Facebook,
Didina,
yes.
and ni Facebook.
Bishop
Just we preach consciousness and liberation of Africa. I send you love, love, love wherever you are. I send you love. I send you love. I send you love, and I send you peace. Whether you are bitter, whether you are a hater, whether you love it, whoever you are, whatever your situation is, I send you love. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I send you love. May the Lord give you peace. Shalom. Papa, thank you so much for coming.
Can I give them my number? Yeah, so if I've said something and somebody is more confused or want more elaboration, can reach out to me. 0243, you can reach me. 0243 871 000. Bishop Jehoshaphat, 0243 871 000. Most of the time, my phone is on do not disturb. So if you want to reach out to me, first of all, send your name. If you send your name and say that from Maame Grace or Revelation TV, then I know that you are from this place. Then I'll know how to respond to you because I get a lot of calls. If not, I'll not respond to you. 0243 Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much. So love, 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 love. Go with love and send it to someone, positive energy. And then even if it is negative or lower energy or lower vibration, still channel it and make it love. So you are able to end well. Shalom. Peace.